guys.
Hey guys, welcome to Binge.
Or Binge, where he talks.
She talks.
And we binge more than actually eat. So, yes,
the show started.
we've got our background music live and ready. Today we've got a baker and we've got a bakery. So we've got two different things. We've got a blogger, that is a recipe blogger, and we have a bakery, which is currently a cloud bakery, but they
Pistachio. A bakery or Pistachio?
Pistachio's who own a bakery.
Okay.
Let's just put it at that. Yeah. Okay guys, so we've got some really nice stuff. As you can see, we like traveling the world. Both of us are full of wanderlust, and our palates.
We are taking this from a different place, but we basically have the world on our plate.
We have the world on our table.
But it has to go on the plate as well. Alright, world on our table, world on our plate. Alright, so that's how it is. So we have two interesting, very interesting people that have very different ways of portraying their food. One cooks it so that people can enjoy it, and the other one gives you the recipes. So
to make it simple and easy, and allowing you to bake it at home as well and make memories while doing it too, and we'll explain how. So we're going to start off with our very first brand, which happens to be Bakexotica, and it is like Bakexotica, but together it's called Bakexotica. This brand is in Koramangala, and they are just in the process of setting up shop. However, taking orders via Insta, so you can call or message them. Our very first dish that we've got today is, we've got two types of tarts. We've got a dark chocolate ganache tart, and we have a banoffee pie tart.
Yeah, so both look very interesting, very appealing, and very tasty, and I'm very hungry.
So we're going to be putting up photos as always post our video, so you get to see what we're indulging in. We're starting off with the, we're just going to be slipping them over. We're starting off with which one? Are we doing the chocolate ganache or are we doing the banoffee?
Anything dear.
Okay, he's being silly because he's hungry, but I'm going to let him choose. So
alright, we do the banoffee pie first because that's what we have in our hand.
Banoffee, you can basically cut it. Yeah. So banoffee pie is banana, toffee, and it has a biscuit walnut base, and it's also got a huge dollop of whipped cream on the top with a really nice marbled effect. Can I say marbled effect? Is that marbled or not? Well, a squiggly effect, a very trending drizzle. No, it's a squiggly effect, and it's trending across.
So basically, what we're talking about is lines that go this way,
and
this way, and this way.
So yeah, it cuts beautifully. It has to be refrigerated at all times. Do you want to show it to them?
Oh wow, guys!
I think you can slightly tilt it. So that is the banoffee pie that we're going to be tasting.
Alright, so
need to be careful with that.
Since I'm hungry today, I get the first bite.
Alright, so these are four cousins who started the bakery called, the patisserie bakery called Bakexotica, and they came up with these particular desserts. They've got a whole lot more, a range of cakes, pastries, tarts, pies, as you can see. This looks lovely. Wow.
Oh wow. Oh, that's a nice way to start the day. And wow, the banoffee pie. Bakexotica, you guys, this is an amazing pie, guys. It's nothing like you've tried before. It's very different. It's got a It's got a biscuit and butter base. Alright. You have the caramel on the inside. You have the bananas, banana and caramel together. You have the whipped cream on top. Banana and toffee, sorry.
Yeah.
You have banana and toffee at the bottom. Whipped cream on top. Chocolate drizzle with toffee. Chocolate and toffee drizzle on the top, which is given this prickly effect. And just an overall good hearty dessert with whipped cream. Come on guys, you cannot go wrong with whipped cream more often than not, unless the whipped cream splits, but in this case the whipped cream is whipped to perfection.
Yeah.
Alright. A very well thought of name, and the dessert that she gives stands out so. It gives the brand name. I would say that the brand name is so rightfully done with the dessert that she's given us. Something that has got so much of potential, so many flavors, but at the same time everything combined together and gives you this wonderfully amazing taste.
It's got a very warm taste to it, very wholesome, and though you can taste the layers, though you can taste each ingredient, you still, when you combine them together, each ingredient does stand out. So that is beautiful. Can I get the box so we can show them? Okay, so the two pies today, the tart and the pie are courtesy Bakexotica, and as you can see, you get 10% off if you lick. We already did that. Click, already did that. Tag, going to be doing that. And sharing, going to be doing that too. So we've tasted the banoffee pie, and we're going to be moving on to the dark chocolate ganache before we go into our recipe blogger. Yeah, you just want to put this. Alright guys, so just to save time, it's easier using the same things, but it's okay. It goes into our stomachs at the end of the day. The chocolate looks lovely on the outside. With regards to the base, so we always have tasted bases which are sorry, that sounds wrong. We've always had the base which happens to be a puff pastry. More dough, I would say.
I would say it's more firm than this one, which we are used to. Oh wow.
Oh, you're going to ruin it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I think we've taken it out of way too early. Hold up. Okay, leave that in there. We're going to do it.
Oh, sorry. It's just crumbly.
Yeah, but I told you to hold on. Okay, it's okay. Whether or not, as I said, it still goes down the right way. We're going to try and turn it. It is gooey, it is gooey, and
sorry Bakexotica, my intention was right, but I just wanted to drop.
Sorry. Wow. Shruti, I know you said this cake would, this particular pie would be melt in your mouth good, and I know I should have kept it in the freezer as opposed to the fridge, but this is absolutely heavenly. It is simple, it is decadent, it is rich, it is dark chocolate ganache. If you need that choco rush, this is exactly what you need to taste. However, I would say if you try and change the base up a bit, that's my preference. If you give it a harder base, it holds the chocolate more, because this is simply good and absolutely tasty. But it's a pity that it kind of falls back in if it's not refrigerated or frozen. I would say this is more of a frozen dessert as opposed to being a refrigerated dessert. Could you say that here?
It's I wouldn't. Alright, we do this one.
Okay, So I think we're going to put that back in the freezer because we don't want it to start falling apart. It is lovely. It was rich. It was decadent. It tasted really, really nice. It was dark chocolate, so you can never go wrong with dark chocolate. Neither can you complain about dark chocolate. And that tasted really, really nice. I was taken away. I was blown away with the chocolate ganache pie as opposed to the banoffee pie. I'm not a big fan of banana, so I would any day say that.
Okay, for me, it was how can I say it? It was like meeting Charlie from the chocolate factory.
Yeah, exactly.
How excited that kid got when he met Charlie for the first time when he went into the chocolate factory is how I felt. It felt like a celebration when you win. It was not short of a celebration when you win. It was something that made you. It's something that made your eyes roll to the back of your head, kind of.
It is.
Alright, I know I'm giving out a lot of different explanations to it, but those are the. Try and picture what I'm saying, and that is how it felt to bite into that divine, ooey gooey, chocolatey goodness that just is worlds apart from any other pie that I've tried. We've tried quite a few chocolate pies. Yes, with the base, I think the base adds to the flavor.
It does.
It does, but I would like it to be a little more firm.
Yeah.
So maybe I wouldn't say change the base. I would say play around with the ratio of butter to biscuit.
Yeah.
Play around with that so you get the right kind of texture, and once you get the right texture, you are good to go. There is no other way that you can try and change this around except for the ingredients, as in the ratio of the ingredients is what I would say.
I would agree with Sean. As he said, there was nothing wrong with it. It tasted phenomenal. It actually phenomenal.
Adds to the flavor,
but,
which is why I like
the only thing is, maybe it was our fault for not freezing it. I'm still saying that.
It's not that even when it was frozen, I mean, even it does not need, desserts like this cannot be blast frozen. Alright, if you blast freeze something like this, if you freeze it, it becomes too hard, then you lose the goodness that we got from this thing. But like I said, I love the base. It adds to the flavor, gives it the extra bit of it gives it the extra bit of
chocolate.
Yeah, it cuts the chocolate. It gives it that nutty kind of flavor.
Yeah.
It gives it a very nutty flavor from the butter and the biscuit together. The nuttiness of the butter definitely comes through. Alright, it's phenomenally good, exceptionally good. But I would just play around with the ratio of the biscuit to butter.
Okay. The next thing that we've got, the next 3 items that we've got, is a recipe blogger who also happens to be a mom of 2 very sweet little boys who help her in the kitchen. And since her passion for baking came out, she's got 2 little helpers, and if you follow her, you will see how the 2 of them actually help her bake. So you've got them mixing, you've got them adding ingredients, you've got them giving out recipes, and I think neither of them have crossed the age of 5. They're smaller than that. They are tiny, they are absolutely adorable, and they bake.
Like in Ratatouille, you get Little Chef.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so here you actually have 2 little chefs.
So if you've seen the movie Ratatouille, you've got Little Chef. Well, yes, Rona has got her 2 little chefs. So if you want to know more about the 3 dishes that were, the 3 desserts, the 3 tea cakes that we're tasting, you need to follow Baking with Rona. We've been after her for a really long time because her stuff is lovely, it looks good, it's easy, and as she said, follow anyone can bake. And I'm definitely taking you up on that because these look divine. So from moving from the UK to the US, we're going all the way back to Egypt. And
Well,
just
one
like
dish is from Egypt.
this is from Egypt. So we're moving to Egypt and then we move around again.
And then we go to 2 other places which made these 2 things.
So yeah, so we're moving back to Egypt, and I'm sure this is a dish which this mummy came up with for us for today, and the mummies in Egypt would love it too. I'm sure of that.
I've tasted quite a lot of desserts from different places, and by far this is one of my most favorite dessert in the entire world. It's called the basbousa. Basbousa. It's made with semolina.
Sorry.
It's made with semolina,
And
sugar syrup.
yeah, it can be but it depends. It can be sugar syrup. It can be rose water. It can be orange flavored syrup. So
basically, base of the syrup is sugar.
yeah.
So sugar syrup mixed with different things. You can have orange peel. You can have various other things that
Yeah.
go into it. You can add lemon to it if you want a zingy kind of a taste. It looks
divine.
really good. It's
So this is this is pistachio on the top, and you can see the orange peels as well. So
yep, orange zest.
orange rind. Is it called rind?
Orange zest.
Orange zest, but isn't it called the rind? Yeah, it's called the
Yeah, it's
rind.
called the wine. Yeah.
So you've got the orange rind as well. So I'm going to let Sean bite into this
No,
while I
I'll
talk
take it.
about. Okay, yeah. So baking with Rona, as I said, she has 2 little helpers to help her through the kitchen, and if you look at the stuff she puts out, for goodness sake, it is phenomenal. Her creativity lies in her blog. You can get the recipes of all of these items and so much more. And when I mentioned she makes memories, because she's got her 2 little boys at home who are baking with her, her little patissiers, she is definitely making memories.
Okay, you need to bite into it.
Okay, you can have that. I'm gonna take
You need
this.
to bite into it this way.
Okay, I'm gonna allow
No,
you.
yeah.
No, that's fine.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Well,
Wow.
this is definitely better than the one that I've tried. It's got that zingy tartness to it from the orange peel. Alright, the orange zest. It's got a little tarty, bitter sweet kind of taste from the orange peel. You get the saltiness of the pistachio nuts as you bite into it with the semolina. But as you go down, the sugar syrup and the rose water gives it such a unique, uplifting, vibrant kind of a flavor.
Absolutely.
That is like no other. The sugar syrup is not too sweet, but you can taste the sugar, the bit of sugar that goes into it. You can taste the orange peel that goes into it. You can taste the pistachio nuts, the salty nutty flavor from the pistachio nuts, and you have the semolina, which is cooked to perfection. And I still say that this I can guarantee is one of my favorite desserts. I understand why it is.
Okay, so I've never tasted the basbousa before. However, this was my first time, and on biting into it, the first thing I realized is that the bottom of the basbousa is very moist. It is super soft, but the top layers are more dry. So you've got a dessert with a variation, and it's cooked lovely. It's not that it's too dry or it's too moist. It just goes, as Sean would say, it's a curve. And the curve just moves from, say, dry to moist. It is It is so nice. It can be made, you can customize it to whatever way you want it to. This is it.
This
It's
dessert,
simple.
this
but it's
dessert
beautiful.
felt like a choir. That is insane.
Oh wow, okay.
Seriously, you start off and then you get that.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. It's got a really nice taste to it. I've never had that before. He has, but it is very refreshing. As I said, there are heavy flavors, and then you get things like this which are light. So, did you mention it's made with semolina?
Yeah, semolina.
For people who don't know what semolina, it is suji. So, basically,
That's
it's
all
a
it is.
suji cake. It's a suji cake. But when you make it like this, there are different versions of it. And as Sean said, this is his favorite. It is really nice. It's very different. Nuttiness, the saltiness, and then you go into the more neutral flavor of the suji, and then you get hit with the orange syrup. Am I right? You do get hit with the orange sugar syrup. It is a sugar rush towards the bottom, but it is well balanced.
It is a very well-rounded dessert.
It is. Okay, my eyes have been on the one thing that I always love, which happens to be a tea cake, and this is a pistachio and rose tea cake. I've already cut it because I know Sean's gonna say, "Oh, time!" But oh, this is lovely. Look at that. Sorry, it's gonna keep falling, but I just shared it.
Oh wow, it's not something.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I gave you the
Oh, I
bigger
thought
piece.
she was going to shake the piece.
Again, this is my right hand, this is my left. So I changed it to give him with my right because you're not.
I just thought she was going for the bigger piece.
And you want something with your left hand.
So guys, this is your normal tea cake. It's basically a sponge loaf with. So this is an upgrade for a sponge cake. Yeah, it's a sponge cake upgrade. It's got pistachios. It's got something else that.
Rose.
It's just
water.
pistachio and rose water. Oh, it's just pistachio and rose water. I thought I saw something else in that. My apologies, guys. So we should talk.
That too. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's pistachio, rose water, and I think a
Wow.
sugar drizzle on top.
Yeah.
You got a sugar drizzle on top. Well, for the guys that like your loaf cake or a sponge cake, as you might call it, it's a very simple cake. It's an ordinary cake that can be taken to extraordinary heights.
I
And
agree.
in this case, I think Rona has done justice.
Rona.
Rona has done justice.
What he meant was, no, Rona has done justice.
No, Rona has done justice.
That's what he said. Wow. I love tea cakes. I love vanilla cakes. Especially when they're like this. You've got the outside which is hard. And when you, not hard, but it is crispier. And when you go inside, it is heaven in your mouth. It's a vanilla cake with pistachio, rose water, and sugar. For sure, it's a sugar dessert. Rona, if you're wrong, please correct us. But this tastes so heavenly. It is. Oh wow! It is. I think this is one of the best tea cakes we've had on our show. One of the best loaf cakes. And you know what the best part is? It looks yum. It tastes way better than it looks. And you can make it too. Her blog is www.bakingwithrona.com.
Okay. For you guys that missed it, it's www.bakingwithrona.com.
Because she bakes and because it is that good. Trust me.
Oh wow.
Um,
I think it's not vanilla essence or vanilla.
whatever it has, it tastes
I think the
absolutely heavenly.
Rona, if I'm wrong, please correct me. I think the sugar drizzle has got a bit of vanilla in it.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's got a sugar glaze on top.
It's got a sugar glaze on top.
You can't say drizzle, it's a glaze.
Sorry, my apologies. It's a sugar glaze. I think it's got a bit of vanilla in it. The pistachio nuts and the rose water accompany this amazing sponge cake, your tea cake, so well. Like I said, it just an ordinary cake taken to extraordinary heights is what I would say. Rona, if you're only going to give out recipes,
No, she's gonna eventually open up, but now
thank
she's taking
God
it
for that.
slow.
You need to start off with a place that sells these desserts because it is amazingly good. It's exceptional.
It actually is. Okay guys, if you're watching, if you're too lazy to make these cakes and you want Rhoda to make these cakes, give her a shout out. Let's see how it works. I know she's watching.
If you guys need to support her to be able to get this, because if it's not for her, you would not get the
recipes or
not only recipe, you wouldn't have the privilege of tasting something this unique and wonderful. Something that's this unique and so wonderfully good.
Thank you so much, Rona. It is lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Rona says thank you, Sean.
Alright, so moving on to the next one.
The last and the final. Again, I love the fact that today most of the flavors have been vanilla, especially with Rona. You got the semolina, which was a very different cake for the both of us, the basbousa, and then you had the tea cake. But now we're moving into a vanilla cupcake with salted caramel icing. It looks lovely. Sean's already jumping in.
No, I'm jumping in for a reason. One second.
Okay, I'm not gonna open that. But guys, as I said, Rona, if you're going to be taking orders, you can say yes I am, and you've got people already asking about you, because this is good. I know times have made us all lazy and we love ordering in and getting things done, but trust me guys, I think Rona's two little chefs make these, add their little magic to the cakes, to the bakes, and that's why it is that good. Cut it up. Oh, that looks nice. And it's so...
Guys, look at this. Look at this. It is spongy. It's got a bounce to it. It's got a... It's cooked to perfection. Alright. Salted caramel. There is no way you can go... I mean, you can go wrong, but then... Okay, now it's Rebecca's getting a well, we've got a lot of cupcakes on our show. Alright, this is a first, a vanilla cupcake with a salted caramel icing.
No, don't talk, just eat.
You want to explain it?
Just eat and then we both explain it together. Exactly what I'm... Okay guys, wow. The icing is so soft, it melts in your mouth. It is not that hard buttercream icing. It is... The cake is... I'm lost for words. Rona, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we finally got to review all of your stuff, well, some of your stuff. It is absolutely phenomenal. Hands down, the best cupcake and the best tea cake on Binge or Binge. No offense to anybody else.
We've got some good stuff. We've got some very good stuff. But this...
We've got some, yeah, we've had some brilliant stuff. But
this is a home run. This is out of the ballpark, guaranteed. No second guesses. Nothing else left to say. But the most moist, flavorful vanilla cupcake that we've got. It's got that bounce, it's got that flavor, it's not too dry. It doesn't have a very overpowering taste. It's very simple, subtle flavors, but the icing, oh my word.
And the caramel on top.
And the caramel, salted caramel icing on top is just
Okay, I have to say this. I was never a caramel person. I never was a caramel person. I didn't like the saltiness too much, but given a chance, I would order that. The vanilla salted caramel cupcake, because it is that good. I have to give a shout out to Morella Gilbert, Anis, I think. Sorry if I pronounced the last name wrong. But Morella, thank you so much for posting most of Rona's posts. That's the way I saw it. That's the way I fell in love with the stuff she makes. And her two little boys who are just the cutest. Her little bakers. This is next level amazing. You guys need to try it. Rona said yes. She said yes, she will bake. And she will take orders.
Guys, subscribe, like, follow, do whatever you want. Get these desserts.
Baking with Rona.
Baking with Rona is a class apart.
Yeah.
Is what I would say. Going back to the dish itself, the salted caramel icing on the top.
Yeah.
It's got that very subtle caramelized sugar that is, but how do I say it? The caramelization of the sugars plus the salt. Sometimes it can go a little both ways. Either it can be too salty, too sweet. But in this case, it's got that perfect blend of both.
Yeah, it does.
It's got that perfect blend of both, and the creaminess of the icing is. If this recipe is online,
it is. It's all on bakingwithrona.com.
I'm definitely going there to get these recipes because it is
really good, guys. You need to try it. You need to buy it in order to try it and believe it.
I think we have another oh my word moment.
Oh gosh, yeah.
This is definitely.
This is
a day to remember.
I've never orgasmed on this show.
Well,
Cakegasmed.
ooh, this was just out of this world.
It was really out of this world, guys. Today we've had. I'm just happy Rona said yes. Sorry, I'm just happy she said yes and she's willing to take orders because this is heavy.
You guys need to try it. It is
really nice.
Words will never do justice to something that is this phenomenal.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, yeah. So something that a lot of people wanted to know was why do we only binge and not bitch? Do you want to answer that?
Try the food that we've tried. Contact the people that we've got in touch with that have given us the food. And we have we've had our bitch moments, but then again, it's something that we don't want to say it out in a way that we don't want to say it out in a way that offends people. It's not our forte, but then at the same time we give them constructive criticism. That's what I would call it, constructive criticism, which is important for any aspiring chef or anyone in any line. I know it for a fact because when you put someone down, it's difficult to get back up on your feet. I know what it feels like. I've been there. And when you say things like this that is a little more constructive, and in terms of giving them feedback, it helps because they are happy to get that kind of feedback and move on with it.
So trust me, we do bitch, but it's the more constructive bitching that happens, and it's the nicer bitching because after
trust me, if you get something that we don't like, I would say I don't like it.
I've said that.
Yeah, we've had one of those moments, but then again, it is constructive criticism.
It is constructive criticism. Again, one man's meat is another man's poison. That's a very common saying. So, and even the both of us, our palates vary. We don't have the same likes and dislikes. But there are some dishes that kind of get us to go, and
we have some good dishes and we have some oh my word dishes.
Yes.
And this is definitely one of those days where you say, oh my word.
You better try Baking with Rona. If you don't know her blog, again, it is
www.bakingwithrona.com.
So you need to try it out. Subscribe, follow her. You can make memories like she does. Actually follow her on Insta too, because you then get to see the little bakers helping her. And I love how she says, you know what, sometimes it's messy when she bakes with them. They're kids. But it's the cutest thing, and the memories, the stuff that they come up with is phenomenal. You need to see it. And the one thing that I've never actually seen, which I know I would have done as a kid, was put my fingers in and probably go like, but they don't.
But these kids are
not me.
They are better in the kitchen, which is why you didn't spend so much time in the kitchen.
Ouch! That was me.
No, as a kid, you are not allowed to go into the kitchen.
Yeah, that is
All
true.
right? That
Because
way.
your fingers get dirty, you're playing with everything. But with the pandemic, it's helped a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people started cooking, and they're enjoying it. We are enjoying tasting their food.
They're called COVID creations. Did you know that?
Oh, okay. We have a lot of COVID creations. This is one of them.
Not really.
Binge or Bitch is one of them.
Binge or Bitch is a COVID creation. We are a COVID creation.
Yep.
Baking with Rona has been here for a while. Follow her. You'd know more. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've got to go binge. He's got to work. I've got to binge.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you like, subscribe, follow, and share the love.
And we'll see you tomorrow. We've got lunch again. Tune in. See you.